Hey guys, it's Joe with Modern Survival Sense. I'm coming to you today with a tips and tricks video. Before you is a kerosene heater that we use to heat the home in the middle of winter to help mitigate electrical costs. We also use it obviously in emergency situations. Well, one complaint that my wife and I have of kerosene heaters is the smell that you get, because you can smell kerosene. Well, to mask the smell a little bit, we have gone to using a tart warmer on the top. And because the top actually gets very warm, that tart warmer that you see will actually melt wax. And if you have a favorite smell tart, like my wife does, then that will help mitigate the smell. If any of you have wives that use tarts like this, you know that the wax eventually goes bad, or the smell decreases over time, and basically you have to get rid of the wax and start with a new tart. Being an outdoorsy type who happens to love camping and campfires, and I'm always looking for a new way to create fire tinder or emergency fire tinder, I've decided, instead of throwing away the excess wax, you can use it to create your fire tinders. As you can see, the tart warmer is fairly empty. That's because I did just make 3 fire tinders using cotton balls. Basically what you do is you take a jumbo cotton ball and you roll it around and saturate it into the wax. And I'm going to show you how you can do that right now. Now before you, what I have here is a piece of old wax that I had melted previously, and I'm going to use this as an example. I'm going to turn this into a fire tinder using a generic 100% cotton jumbo cotton ball, just like that. Alright, so I'll go ahead and fast forward this up to the point where this wax is melted. Alright, so now we have the wax that is melted on top of the kerosene heater. I added a little bit extra wax on there just to make sure that I could completely saturate the cotton ball. Now, I've seen videos on YouTube where they say not to saturate it completely because otherwise you're not going to be able to get it lit. I'm going to prove otherwise. Alright, so you take your cotton ball, like I said, jumbo size, dip it into the wax, and let it soak up as much wax as it possibly can. Yeah, it looks like I may need more wax actually. That wasn't enough wax. Alright, well, I'm going to stop this, grab a little bit more wax, and yeah. Alright, I've got some more wax I can put in there. I'm just going to go ahead and let it melt for you guys to watch. Alright, the wax is completely melted, so I'm going to go ahead and roll this ball around and get it completely saturated. And just to prove that it is completely saturated, I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's still wax remaining inside the burner here. That means the cotton cannot absorb any more wax, and I'm going to prove to you that this can be lit with the use of a regular ferro rod. Alright, now what I like to do to remove it from the top of the kerosene heater is I'll just take a pair of pliers like such and put it on another surface. I'm using this as a makeshift stand for it, and this is a homemade alcohol burner. You just pick it up like so, set it on there and let it cool down, and I will be back after it's cooled off completely to do a burn test. Alright, I'm back. Here's our cotton ball that we completely saturated with wax earlier, and what I'm going to do is show you how to light this with a generic, or I say generic, but a basic fire steel. Now I do have larger fire steels like this behemoth here that will throw tons of sparks, but I want to prove to you that your basic light my fire steel is adequate enough to light this on fire. And I'm not going to do a full burn test on these because you generally don't want to burn these inside. I'm just going to light it up and then put it out immediately. Alright, in order to get this to go, what you want to do is you want to cut the ball about probably, I would say, 2/3 of the way through with a knife. You want to get to the point where you can actually pull this apart. There we go, I think. And you can hear it. What you're hearing is the cotton on the inside. And even though the cotton ball is completely saturated with wax, by pulling it apart like this, it actually tears the wax from the cotton, exposing, if you can see that, it exposes the fibrous cotton on the inside. And that's what you're going to be lighting the cotton ball with, or lighting this with, or catching the spark rather. Alright, so we've gone ahead and we've prepped the cotton ball, taking our ferro rod from Light My Fire. These do work well. And let's see. And look at that. It may go out, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot caught. But you see this, right? It is catching. What happens is, once some of that wax has been melted down, exposing more of the cotton, it'll catch even further. What I found is, through my own personal tests, one of these completely saturated cotton balls can burn 15, 16, maybe 17 minutes. But look at that. For all the videos that say that you can't saturate a cotton ball and get it to light, the ferro rod, there it is. That's proof positive. Alright, well, there you go, guys. This is how you repurpose spent wax from your wife's scented tarts, or scented candles even. And I used no electricity in order to make this. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was informative to you. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is Joe. See ya.